Oh, there goes Mr. Humbug, there goes Mr. Grim. If they gave a prize for being mean, the winner would be him. Oh, Screechy loves his money, cause he thinks it gives him power. If he became a flavour, you can bet he would be sour.
Even the vegetables don't like him.
Hiya, pals. Hi, pals, and welcome to the Disneyland Paris Show. Here's your hosts, Lucy, Chris, and Hugh. Gosh. And now, Disneyland Paris news. Fire! Exclamation mark.
Drones cross the Atlantic.
Christmas nuggets.
Hey there, hi there, ho there, Disney pals, and welcome to another Disneyland Paris show. I'm your host, Lucy, and this is Chris and Hugh. I'm sure you've met us before. If you haven't, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you to everyone who's joining us live in the chat every week.
Thanks for coming, guys.
We want to give you a very special, appreciative Christmas kiss. Here you go.
Oh, that's nice. Are you excited?
You really have made another wonderful Disney podcasting year for us.
Are you excited? Are you feeling festive?
I am a little bit.
Good.
I'll be honest. I had a Bailey's about an hour and a half ago, and you know, like I like wine.
You do like wine.
I like wine was the catchphrase.
Wine makes me like hey, and Sambuca makes me like hey, but Bailey's makes me like hey.
Yeah, chill. I've had 5 drinks today, but they've been so spaced out. I've not been spaced out. The drinks have been spaced out. I had like a pint at lunch, then I had a hot chocolate Baileys before we got on a steam train to see Santa, and then I had 2 mulled wines on there because Lucy didn't want hers, and I had a Baileys when we got home. So I steady away. Now, yeah. But
I've not had anything to drink today.
Well, no. Should we get straight to the drinks today?
Do we want to do that? I think it's important, isn't it?
I think it's
Let's
important.
get straight in and drink, because it is Christmas.
Hey, ole, it's showtime. All together.
In your tiki 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 cup, in your tiki 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 cup. Well, you made yourself a beverage, I'll drink it up from your tiki 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 cup.
I hope the mic picked up that I just did with my cup. Nice one, yeah. Chris, today we're having gingerbread mulled wine, which you almost brought around, and then I said, "Oh, I've got some of that." I don't know how hot it is.
It's pretty hot. It's good. It's good. It means all the alcohol's been burnt out of it.
Oh, I like it with the gingerbread.
It's nice.
But also, we had Sainsbury's Lilt last week. We're having Aldi Lilt today as well.
Vive.
And I am having a generous pour of Bailey's.
Whoa.
Only my second one. But it's in a nice Disneyland Paris glass that Hugh got on our
Yes,
20s.
these are specific Bailey's glasses that I use every Christmas.
Are they the Disneyland Paris glasses that they tend to have on the checkouts to try and get them on the cheap? Or did you pay full whack for them?
Oh, they were expensive enough, I think.
We got them.
It'll do.
Yeah.
Enough. They cost enough.
Did we get them in Lily's boutique? I think.
Could have been anywhere.
Okay.
They sold them all over like years ago.
It's really nice with the gingerbread, actually. That's a nice. It's got a nice sort of warming warmth to it.
This bottle of Bailey's I got as my Secret Santa, and my Secret Santa gave it away immediately because my manager walked past and he went, "What did you get?" And bear in mind, this is a large bottle of Bailey's. He said, "What did you get?" And I said, "Oh, a bottle of Bailey's." And he went, "Oh, a big bottle or a small bottle?" Which is a very odd question to ask. So I said, "Well, I guess it's you then, wasn't it?" And he smirked and walked off.
Nice.
Yeah, no fooling me. Should we do some news?
Do you want to say hello to
I
people?
just wondered if you want to say hello to people before we get too many.
Okay, yeah. Who are they? Is this bust?
Get
All
his finger in
aboard
some of the things.
the Christmas Express. Right, well, Emily is first in the chat, and Emily says, evening all, we got burgled this weekend and lost all our euros, but honestly, we were just over the moon when we finally found all of our passports thrown around the mess of the house.
Oh my goodness.
3 more days. So Emily posted this on our on the Facebook group. So it sounds like hopefully it's not going to ruin your holiday or anything, but it's an awful thing to happen. But yeah, so glad your passports were there. Yeah, they got all the euros though, the little cheeky little devils.
That's
I hope it's
so
not too much to
sad.
sort your house out and everything as well, because what an awful thing. What
I
a
really
horrible
hate
invasion, isn't it?
humans. I mean,
know.
they're just awful, aren't they? Not all of them.
But Emily was first in the
Not
chat,
good.
so hopefully that goes a tiny way to making you feel better.
And she's going to DLP in 3 days.
Yes, so come on, you know.
You know.
I just hope you have a lovely time and it doesn't bog you down too much. This.
Yes.
Gareth Pierce is here. Evening all.
Hey.
Chris Fletcher's here, who says, I saw this on the Facebook page, Emily. Oh, yeah.
I've just responded. Just say
I've heard of
sentiment as you just put.
I've heard of this guy. Hello to John Parker. I'm sorry, I'm full naming people again. Hey guys, Merry Christmas, everybody. Let's start with this one. Hey everyone, I hope you're all having a lovely weekend. Can't wait for the show tonight. Definitely need a big update on the Cowboy Cookout fire.
Oh, she tweeted that as well.
Yeah, I was going to, when Lucy told me the headline was fire, ! I was going to actually sing park guests roasting on an open fire. But no one was hurt. I just decided not to do it. Hi to Louise, who says, morning from Australia. Can't wait for today's
G'day.
show. 45 days until my Disney cruise.
Oh,
nice.
man. That would be an Australian Disney cruise, wouldn't it? They're doing it for the first time, aren't they?
Oh, are they?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I know.
Hello to our pal, Aaron. Hey, everyone. Haven't been able to catch the stream for a few weeks. We know, Aaron. We've missed you.
We have.
Back now, painting Kermit's and Gonzo from, correctly stated, The Muppet Christmas Carol while I listen tonight.
I had a problem with this. I was watching a video the other day on one of the shorts on Facebook, and there was a guy said, "What film do you think this is?" And he got a wrapped DVD, and he was giving clues for it. And he kept giving clues about what it might be, and they eventually opted for The Muppets Christmas Carol.
Oh, close.
And he gave it. He said it was right. And it really annoyed me. I very nearly tagged you in it, and then I thought, you don't need tagging in stuff like that. Nobody needs tagging in that sort of thing. It would just annoy you. So I didn't.
Yeah. Some people might not know what we're talking about, but just look up the title of that film, and you've probably been saying it wrong this whole time. Hello to Kerry. Good evening. No countdowns for me, but we do have a non-Disney holiday booked. Can I still be in your gang? Absolutely, as long as you're keeping the DLP spirit alive.
What Disney playlist will you have when you go on your holiday? That needs an answer right now.
Yeah. Answers now. Bonnie's here in the chat with the pink hand waving. Jimmy's here, who normally has the pink hand first, but Bonnie's starting to claim that pink hand. But we haven't forgotten, Jimmy, that you're the OG pink hand wavy guy. Lisa's here and says, hi everyone. Evening everyone. Getting in a festive mood, Christmas tunes on, and currently making Bailey's hot chocolate.
Yeah,
nice.
you've
Sounds
had one
good.
of those today.
Do you know what? I felt a bit sick after mine because we'd had a massive meal.
Oh,
And
I had a lamb Henry for lunch.
a lamb Henry.
nice. What's Lamb Henry?
Well, it's like lamb shank,
Right.
but bigger.
Right.
Yeah.
And
and
Henrya.
What
like
makes it Henry?
Slow roasted for 3 days or something. It was delicious. It was insane.
Was it Henry or Henri?
I don't know. It might have been on.
Did it have an I or a Y at the end?
Why?
It could still be Henri.
Sam asks,
Sounds posher.
how's everyone doing? Asks
Good,
Sam.
thank you.
Emma M. Evening all. 26 days until DLP for me. Ooh. Hello to Moritz and Ed. Can't stick around, says Ed. I'll be sending a trip report soon. Oh, we need to get a few
Got
through
7
some
of them
of
at the
today.
moment. Yeah.
Hi to Gemma. Hi guys. First time catching a live in a while. Off to the Disney 100 exhibition tomorrow.
Nice.
Oh, have I mentioned that I'm going to that now?
No, you mentioned that there was a poll going around at work or something, and whoever was most popular would get to go.
I think the 2 people who work the most on the Disney product are going, which is good, and a couple of the managers.
Cool.
And Lucy might be tagging along.
I might, but I have a busy January. We'll see.
Hello to Nasha Rooney. Going to DLP tomorrow.
That's crazy, Nasha.
24-hour round trip via Le Shuttle, 1 night at Marvel Hotel, and 2 days in the parks for Christmas fun. Dream come true, and so excited.
Fantastic.
Have a great time. And hi to Team Confetti. 16 sleeps until DLP Christmas.
Everyone's going. I told you we'd have a lot of Christmas folks in today.
Sorry, I'm just rearranging stuff on the laptop.
So that's everyone so far. Hope you're having a nice
well.
Christmas.
Everyone, Right, well, we need to get cracking on because we've got 7 trip reports. We won't do 7.
We won't get through 7. I've got presents as well.
We've got presents.
Christmas
We've got presents
Yeah.
to give each other, and we've got news. So I'm going in for news.
I'm going to get more sluggish when this wine kicks
I
in.
know, I'm thinking that. I'm already like, I was getting into listening to a podcast mode then instead of participating in one.
Oh, it's
as
good
you
this,
were
isn't it?
talking.
I'm really enjoying listening to it.
Yeah. Just kind of sitting here and then going, oh, it's me. I need to talk. Right. So everyone's been asking about the cowboy cookout fire. So chill your beans. I'm going to be here with the
Your refried beans.
For
Barbecue beans.
For those who didn't know, on Friday there was a fire, like a proper big, like flames were seen and smoke was billowing.
Also seen.
This looks like
on the roof of Cowboy Cookout. It was.
This looks like the cowboy cookout. This school that I use for the bell looks
bit,
like
yeah.
looks like the building that was on fire. So
Have you
imagine
got a
it.
match? Set it or get a candle.
Imagine it here. I'll put the steaming
It's
mulled
not-
wine behind
You
it.
can't really tell.
So it was thankfully just in the roof. We didn't know when it was first happening where it was. They evacuated most of Frontierland, not the side with the Phantom Manor on, but from sort of like the turning to Adventureland onwards.
It was
got evacuated.
it was Casa de Coco. Is that
Yeah.
what it's called
Yes.
now? Like
When-
onwards,
onwards.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
Puente
And,
del Oro.
Puente de Lorione.
Colonel Hathie's Pizza Outpost was also evacuated and closed.
Yeah. Both customers had to leave Colonel Hathie's.
Hey, hidden gem.
Yeah, we
I
like
tell
it.
you.
Thousands of people out
We
the
love
back.
it.
We like it.
Thousands of them.
Yeah, thanks to us.
But thankfully, it was that was on Friday,
Took them hours.
midday-ish, I think, and then Saturday it was shut. So there's a bit of a oh heck, we've lost a restaurant here. But then today it's been open again.
Excellent.
There is no visible damage on the inside. The damage was all to the roof. They've put some tarpaulin on the roof, so obviously there is some damage there, and the internal fire is not back on. Now the word on the little fake streets at Disney is that it was a chimney fire basically.
Right.
So it's not necessarily in the chimney, but it's the
Was it
the-
Rizzo? Rizzo had fallen down there and he was running about on one of
There
their
was a
chickens.
there was a little pessimistic side note from the DLP report who said, "I think it's safe to say we can say goodbye to the fireplace now,"
well,
which made us chuckle.
at least temporarily it wasn't running. At least temporarily. You go on.
No, this is what I was going to say. It's quite fortuitous that at the moment they've got people in Fantasyland doing roofing. So I wonder if one of the Thatchers in Fantasyland who are doing all the work over there are going to pop over and bang a few tiles down and stuff. Get it all sorted.
Now, I just want to interrupt this to say a massive, massive, massive thank you to John Parker, who has just given us a super chat.
Aw.
And he said, Merry Christmas, guys, and thank you for another great year of shows. You guys never fail to cheer me up when I'm having a hard day, so thank you. Have a pot of chopped veg in Laughing Cow cheese on me next time you're in DLP. Oh, thank you
Well, we've got to
much.
now, haven't we?
John,
We've got to.
this is your opportunity for us to play you a jingle or for Hugh to do some kind of impression or something because I feel like we need to pay back as well.
One
so
of my
please,
awful impressions.
choose an awful impression for Hugh to do because
Make
we'll
a
enjoy
request
that.
now.
Unless obviously you want Nicolas Cage to say something.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'd be willing to
You
get
don't.
involved.
I was trying to do Alan Rickman today, and it ended up very similar.
Yeah, Lucy said, "Who's this an impression of?" And I looked at her and I said, "Well, you're trying to do Alan Rickman."
Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman.
What are you doing out of bed?
Okay,
I'll
we've
cut
got a
your
lot
heart
to get
out.
through, so I don't have time to listen to the pauses in Alan Rickman impressions.
Rickman.
So the next piece of news is drones across the Atlantic. No, a drone has not flown across the Atlantic just yet. However, John would like Jeffrey the Animator.
Jeffrey the Animator is a character from our classic show.
Can you tell us about how he's feeling about the whole fire situation?
Ain't gonna lie, I've seen better, but I've seen worse. One day we were working so hard on that Bambi that my pencil caught fire and set fire to a whole stack of cells. A bad day. Real bad day. Thank you, John.
Okay, back to the drones across the Atlantic. I believe this is pronounced Dronisos.
Dronisos.
Or Dronisos. Or Dronisos.
That sounds
Yep.
Spanish though, doesn't it, in the French?
But this is Oh, it might be Droniso.
Droniso.
Yeah.
don't know,
But
that's
it's the
what Italian.
company
Who knows?
behind the drone show at Disneyland Paris. They have just opened an office in Orlando, Florida. I say what? That's suspicious. Their first show will be in downtown Orlando, not associated with Disney, on December the 23rd. And they say that they are moving to a new location to focus on long-term development. So I must stress that at no point has a partnership with Disney World been announced. However, it must be on the cards. It must be.
What do you think?
You'd think. I mean, they've already got a relationship with Disney through Disneyland Paris. It's, you know, of all the theme parks in all the world, and you walked into mine, they could have opened an office anywhere.
Flew into mine.
No
Yeah.
coinkydink.
So there you go. So let's keep our eyes on the skies in the future. Now, I've got a little love and disappointment with this, just like marriage, really. That I love that Disneyland Paris has got this huge, high quality, amazing, dynamic drone shows going on that really are not paralleled in Disney parks around the world. It's something that we can say, look how good we are at this. And then if they do start going to Walt Disney World, everything Walt Disney World does eclipses Paris. And
Of
it
course,
will just,
it's America, so it has
yeah.
to.
And so it'll just be like, oh, they do that. And then Paris also does that, which is disappointing. However, we are regular visitors to Walt Disney World. So,
Although, do you
yay.
Do you know what? I felt pretty smug today because I saw, again, I can't remember who it was, but on Twitter, X, whatever you want to call it, someone had put,
Twitter.
for Mickey Mouse's birthday in Walt Disney World, they brought 90 characters out to celebrate. And I thought, yeah, we did 100.
Yeah. You've no
Yeah.
idea. Tip of the iceberg. Tip of the iceberg. They do get freak shakes over there and we get shortbread. So, you know.
Nutella shortbread.
That's right. Luxury, baby. I'm going to move on because I'm very aware of all the other content we've got going on today. Does anyone want to say anything about drones or forever hold their peace?
I like drones.
I like drones.
I like drones a lot, and more of that. I'm quite happy to see more of it. I think it's good.
I would like it to be the future of nighttime entertainment, which I think it is, just because it's visible to everyone. I love the projections on the castle, but it's so hard to get a good view.
I wonder where it sits in the sustainability quotient versus fireworks.
Well, fireworks are not good, are they?
Happy Christmas, Andrew, who's just stopping by to say Merry Christmas or Happy Christmas.
Merry
but,
Christmas, Andrew.
Can't join tonight.
Thanks for all the stuff you share regularly, the
Yes.
content you share regularly on the Facebook page. It's very, very welcome.
Bye, Andrew. It must be cheaper than fireworks. It must be.
I don't mean cheaper. Though.
I know you don't.
but,
I mean environmentally friendly, but I'm
Yeah,
then
but they're
jumping
talking,
off
you're
that.
talking 320 drones or whatever it was. It is a lot, isn't it?
It is. To be
They need-
served,
I'm just
to be
interested.
serviced.
I'd be interested to know that, and I'm sure
They need plugging in.
I'm sure at some point they'll tell us. But
Yeah.
who knows?
It might be more expensive with the personnel required to, kind of tend to them
Yeah.
and
I guess actually because it'll all be LEDs, and they would probably say, well, we've offset a lot of that by updating LEDs on the majority of the rides over the last 3 or 4 years. So I don't know. Just interested.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Christmas Nugget.
Christmas Nugget.
The Lucky Nugget has reopened from refurbishment. No major changes, but it's looking bright and shiny.
Nice.
And it's reopened with a Christmas menu, which I have a photo of here, so I can tell you what's on. Hence,
What, for a month?
yeah,
I'm glad.
I mean,
they've,
a lot
I'm,
of
I'm glad they've made the effort. To be honest.
2 weeks.
Yeah. Well.
a Christmas diner burger of barbecue pulled chicken
Oh yeah.
with chestnut,
No.
cranberries,
Oh, I love chestnut.
No.
caramelized onions,
Yes.
smoked cheddar, cabbage,
Yeah. Go on then.
pepper cream sauce,
Oh,
and
yeah.
fries.
That sounds good.
Followed
does, it does.
by
I can pick
a
the
Merry
chestnut
Cherry
sauce.
Sundae, which is vanilla ice cream and a pecan brownie
Ooh.
with cherries. However, what really makes it a Cherry Merry Sundae is...
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba-bum. That's not it. That's not where I want it to go. Hang on. Try that again.
Where you got this?
It's pointing upwards.
Oh,
Okay,
there, you just
I can
hold
do
it over
that.
it. My bad.
Is...
It's upside down.
Right. So this is a DLP report photograph, and I'm just giving credit
Yeah.
to where we saw it.
And it's just got a little kind of fondant Santa hat on it
Nice.
and 2 ears.
Mickey ears.
And Mickey ears.
Love it.
I'd order that.
Yeah.
Very nice. They've also got a Christmas menu at Annette's. They've got Christmas menus lots of places, but these just jumped out at me. And it's a Jingle Bells beef bagel. Ooh, that's
Beef bagel.
Jingle Bells beef bagel.
Jingle bagel.
Which debuted this week. So it's got Wagyu beef in a brioche bagel.
Ooh.
Tartufata cream sauce.
Tartufata.
Excuse me?
Tartufata cream sauce.
What?
Bacon
What's that?
and stracciatella cheese.
How's that spelled?
I am again crediting...
Stracciatella.
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 I'm crediting DLP report with this menu again.
What's it called? Wagyu fatu?
No, tartufata.
Tartufata.
It means no
You
worries.
see it?
Tartufata. Do you know what? I think we might have looked this up once before. It is black truffle salsa.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I like that.
Well, you like black truffle, but you're not so hot on the salsa, are you?
Blend of minced
Oh.
mushrooms and
Don't
truffles
like
of summer.
don't like a salsa.
Well, salsa just means minced stuff,
Yeah.
doesn't
It's
it?
mushroom ketchup, basically, is what it is.
Okay. And then you've got a Christmas mocktail with chestnut syrup. Boom.
Very nutty.
I like it. Well, Christmas is nutty.
Is it?
I've come round to
Mine isn't.
chestnuts
Chestnuts
and
are really sweet and just nice. They're just good.
and
Never-
hazelnuts
never had
and
one.
things. Yeah,
I should try one.
you
And
should.
I will.
Roast chestnuts are amazing.
I find the chestnuts too obnoxious, so I won't go and buy one off him.
They still cost £2 a bag, and they've always cost £2 a bag, unless they've gone up this year.
What about like winkle sellers at the seaside and stuff?
Ooh.
Do you find them obnoxious because they like to shout their wares?
No, I don't actually find it obnoxious, but do you know? I find it intimidating. You know.
And it's like, I don't know, are they shouting when you go up to the stall? I mean, that's a bit loud, isn't it? You don't want to go near someone shouting. You want to move away from someone shouting.
Yes.
I tend to find. Anyway, guys, that's all she wrote.
We're rambling,
So the
we're
rest
rambling.
of the content is over to you.
Well, we have 7 trip reports. What else do we have? Presents. I do want to. I think we should just let everybody know who's. If you're a Patreon subscriber or Disney Street Pal, as we like to call them, we've got a vault competition that we're going to do today. Hugh, do you want to explain it?
Yes, I
Go on, then.
recorded some audio of me stood somewhere in the what do you call the main park?
Disneyland Park.
Disneyland Park.
The Disneyland Park. So not Hollywood
Park
Studios.
Disneyland.
Just to narrow it down, I recorded some audio. If you listen,
Is that a clue?
if you listen to the Oreos, I think there are 3 clues as to where I'm standing, but you have to listen so carefully to this audio, and that's available via our Patreon, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is.
And I've also provided now a grid, which I've divided up, so everyone who's a patron can choose a grid location, you know, a letter followed by a number, and whoever's closest, I think, in the end, will win.
And we've got a bunch of prizes available, but I just wanted to show that I've brought in a bottle of a Kona Carolina Reaper sauce to add into the pot today. And I've also brought a couple of the books that I've already put in, which are The Phantom Manor Phenomenon and The Curse of Big Thunder Mountain by Ty Cully, which I did a book review of on the YouTube channel a couple of years ago. So yeah, they're all in there amongst other things. So I just wanted to let everybody know that it was there and it was happening. What I'm going to do on the show, on the Extra Magic Time show today, then is we've got the grid to show you, and we'll play the audio again, which was also on the previous episode. Then any of you that are Disney Street Pals will have until the new year to put your guess in the comments on Patreon.
And are we telling them what's in the vault so far?
We can do. You can tell them now if you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, do
I
it.
believe it's just behind this. The
Oh,
castle.
no.
Behind the
Uh-oh.
castle.
You're gonna have to crawl underneath
Yeah,
them.
well,
Thing is,
it
The
will
cas-
fall down.
the castle is a little bit unstable
No,
today.
The castle is leaning against the vault.
Oh, I didn't know that's what that was. I'll get it.
Since,
I'll get it. No, I don't want to.
just
I'm
just
going in.
trust us.
All
There's some
right.
prizes.
I'm going in.
Just.
Shall I read a trip report and we'll come back to it?
The other way. Oh, God.
Shall I read a trip report and we'll come back to this?
Yeah.
Oh, you're there. Have you done it? Oh, you've done it. You've done it. She's done it. She's done it.
We're all right.
Right,
For those of you
so-
listening, Lucy's just tried to wreck the joint, but she's come back with...
She somehow managed to walk
Prizes.
through the sky behind us, which is very strange.
This is what's in the vault so far for the prizes for this guessing question. We have a foldable bag for life for the 30th anniversary. Yes, have you ever seen one of those? It's currently in a little square. You can open it up as a shopping bag.
Something to put your stuff in.
There is a 30th anniversary
Bottle
bottle opener. Thank you. The words
Something
left
to
me.
open your stuff with.
A 30th anniversary soap dispenser.
Something to wash your stuff with.
I had a friend round on Thursday. I have other friends, you'll be interested to know. And
What?
he went into our downstairs loo, and then all of a sudden I heard him giggling in the toilet. And I thought, that's quite a reaction when you're having a wee. And then he came out and he was like, your soap's Mickey shaped. He's 29. And then I've got a villain's colouring book.
Something to colour stuff with.
And I've got 2 copies of the Disney Files magazine.
Some stuff to read.
Some stuff to read. So that's what's in so far. But
Where are they from?
they are the DVC members magazine.
Oh, okay.
So I get them.
And then,
month-
do you want to add those two things into it? as well,
are we
put them
not
together?
like adding weekly? Or we
Well,
just...
those two are already part of it. That's
Okay.
Why, that's why I brought them, so it was all together.
And then we've also got.
we've just talked about it.
Yep.
Tide Cully's books. There we go. They can go in.
And our favourite hot sauce,
Yes.
which, unlike some of the Encona ones, actually has some flavour.
It's
in it.
really tasty.
It's not just heat. It is hot, though.
It's really, really tasty, and it is hot. It's not unbearably hot.
Won't take
but
your
it is
face
hot.
off, but it's
Take Lucy's face off.
it's
We need to put some hella sauce in, don't
it's
we?
an intermediate
Well,
to
we did that last time.
to,
but we don't have any this time.
True.
it's an intermediate to professional standard hot sauce. It's quite hot.
So we're going to go...
Oh, we should have some of that licorice that you left last week.
Oh, yeah. What, whilst we do trip reports?
Yeah.
Okay. Shall I jump in with the trip report now and we'll do some presents in
and
amongst?
I'll get the licorice.
I'm just pointing out that Bonnie is getting everyone whipped into shape and reminding us that 20 people watching haven't liked
We're going to have to
a
start...
thumbs up yet.
We're going to have to start paying her as a producer soon, aren't we?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Audience trip roundup. I am going to chuck a piece of this in my mouth in a second before I start reading because that's half the fun.
Mine's not that hot.
Oh,
I've got a not so hot one.
that's good. Have you found as you've been working your way through these that some of them are really hot and some of them aren't?
Actually, it's getting worse.
So we've got 7 trip reports today. 7. And I'm not sure we won't get through all of them, but I will do my best. Now, the first one is from a friend of ours called Lisa Kendall. And the reason I'm reading this one first is because it's not been sent in via email. It's been sent by Messenger. And I keep forgetting to read it out because of that. But my mum reminded me yesterday because they were talking about it on Facebook. So, trip report from Lisa Kendall. In goes the licorice. Oh, no, because then I won't be able to talk, will I?
That's the fun.
Do you want me
Okay.
to read it?
No, it's good. Yeah. 3 nights at Newport Bay with 2 Disney geek adults and no children. This was our first time to Disneyland Paris, having done Florida many times before.
I'm always interested in that when people have done Florida and then do Paris.
Thanks for that. It was also our first ever Disney Christmas, which we were excited for. We flew from Manchester with EasyJet, booked through Disney Holidays, and had a very easy journey to Charles de Gaulle. We then picked up the pre-booked Magic Shuttle to take us to the hotel. Oh, thank you. This involved lots of walking. The airport is ridiculously huge. But it was well signed and all went smoothly. The Newport Bay Hotel was amazing, but unfortunately our room wasn't. It was a ground floor room. The shower didn't work properly. The TV didn't work properly. And the room didn't have a window.
Oh, what? Eh?
It had a door, which whilst it had a security catch when open, made us feel uncomfortable security-wise. Determined not to let it spoil our holiday, we dumped our stuff in our room and headed straight to the park. We opted to visit the studios first. 1 second.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Studios first.
In hindsight, we wouldn't do it this way again.
There you go.
Studios didn't have as much Disney magic as the Disneyland park.
Yeah.
I've been saying this forever, Lisa. That's what I did the first time I went there. It's not worth it. Definitely want to go to the park first. To be honest, we are more into Mickey than Marvel, but we still expected more. Also, the park didn't have the magical Christmas decorations that we had been expecting, and so, whilst it was a fun afternoon, it was a It was a bit lacking in good old Disney sparkle. The following morning, we decided to ask if we could swap bedrooms. I was down at reception at 7:30, and by 8 o'clock, we were in a new room on the 3rd floor. An identical room, but so much fresher, with a window that opened, a shower and a telly that worked, and a view of the lake, if you stood on your tiptoes and peered through the trees. We were also given 2 free fast passes each to apologise for our convenience. That's good, isn't it?
What's that?
Free fast passes each.
Hey!
2. Yeah. Day 2 was to the Disneyland park. Now, this was what we wanted. Disney magic in abundance with elaborate Christmas decorations as far as the eye could see. So in summary, our holiday likes, dislikes and compassions. : we did all the favourites. We felt that Pirates, Small World, Thunder Mountain and Haunted Mansion were better rides in Paris than in Florida.
Yes.
Loved them all.
Oh,
Absolutely
definitely.
right.
Yeah, correct.
We didn't understand the fuss or the queue time for Indiana Jones. We'd been expecting something like Everest or The Mummy, so it fell far short of our expectations.
Yep.
Yes.
We absolutely loved Mickey and the Magician. Excuse me. Oh my God, it was Disney magic personified.
Yes.
We were disappointed in the Lion King show. Where were the giant puppets? Much prefer the Florida version. Wait times were excellent. When you're used to 40-minute queues in Florida, a 20-minute maximum wait is easy.
Yep.
It was interesting that in Disneyland Paris, you randomly see Disney staff walking around the park wearing costumes from other lands, which of course isn't allowed in Florida. It was also great seeing characters randomly wandering around. We bumped into Hook, Peter Pan, Wendy and Jafar. We also saw what we thought was Remy, but it was actually a real live rat in the Small World queue. We had pre-booked meals at Remy's, Waltz and Agrabah, and all 3 were absolutely superb food, service and decor. The Character Plaza Gardens breakfast was also excellent. Amazing buffet and characters was so interactive and fun. We had self-service meals at Coco's, which was the only food we didn't enjoy, although the theming of the restaurant is good. And the Bella Notte, which was great. The lasagna was so tasty. As newbies, not knowing our way around, we struggled catering-wise. It was hard to find a breakfast eatery. Eating places all seemed to be open too late for breakfast. We ended up with crepes from stalls twice, which we then had to eat standing in the cold.
Yeah, we often do that.
We couldn't even find any croissant shops open. Well, there is one in the village now, isn't there?
Yeah.
There is in the village, but
now.
the Market House Deli should be. Sorry,
Yeah.
we'll touch. Should we go back?
Go back to me, yeah.
Everyone? The Market House Deli, not the Market House Deli, the Cable Car Bakery is usually open for breakfast. However, it does get monster queues because it's the only place. Continue.
Snack-wise, it was impossible to find anywhere to sit inside and just have a coffee and a warm sit-down. Plenty of the Christmas stalls did coffee, but there were outside seating, and it was snowing. A coffee shop would have been bliss. Maybe there are some, but as newbies, we couldn't find one. We loved our hotel. So close to the park, it's only a 15-minute walk from the room to the gate. We would definitely return to Newport Bay. We even met Mickey at the hotel, which was a surprise. But be warned, the schedule said he was there until 10:30 p.m. We got there at 9:45, and we were the last in the queue. So many people turned up after the fireworks waiting to see him and were turned away. 10:30 p.m. is the time he leaves, so they close the queue much earlier. Bear that in mind, peoples. We averaged 27,000 steps a day. We left the park each day in the late afternoon, nipped back to the hotel for a freshen up and a rest, and then headed back a few hours later. This worked well for us and stopped us getting too exhausted. It also gave us a welcome break from the non-stop Christmas songs. All in all, we loved it. Disney at Christmas is everything we hoped it would be. We will definitely return to Disneyland Paris. It was just as magical as Florida and so much closer.
Oof.
Who was that? Sorry, Louise.
Lisa. Kendall.
Oh, Lisa. Lisa, you are correct. On pretty much everything you just said, we agree with the fact that the rides are better in Paris, the fact that the food's outdoors, and breakfast doesn't work very well. That's why I have got a breakfast video written that I haven't recorded yet.
I'm always really pleased when people validate what we say about
Yes,
it. You know,
yeah.
I haven't been to Florida, so I can't validate things like Pirates and Phantom Manor.
I
and
love
stuff,
that
but-
she'll be back.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Does somebody else want to read one? Because my mouth's on fire.
There's a question from Emily that I think Chris needs to answer. She says, I just popped off as your Patreon mention reminded me I had to update my bank details. You logged on to update, but I can't see the sound guessing game anywhere. Can you explain where to find it?
It'll be on the episode tonight, so it will all appear on the episode tonight. So if you look at this, if you watch it live, then you can get it then, but you'll also be able to watch back at any point you want to. I will post the grid into the comments after the show this evening, so it's there, and I'll also make sure that the audio is there and available, so you can click on it as well. It'll be in that same location.
There is another Emily, immediately following that Emily,
Oh, hello.
who's
other
saying
Emily.
it's a little out of the scope of the show, but I was recently on the inaugural Australia to New Zealand. Yes, I know. I heard it too. It's fine. Australia to New Zealand Disney Wonder Cruise. Would you be interested in a trip report? I'm going to say hella yeah to that.
Does Baloo do his business in the jungle? Yes.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Yeah.
We would love that, Emily. Yes, it is a little off the scope of Disneyland Paris, but every so often it's nice to kind of hear these unique experiences.
Yeah.
That would be lovely.
That licorice just fired up everything in me.
We saw you were struggling, Chris.
I started salivating when you're talking and salivating. Not only does it not sound good to the listeners, but also it was really getting down the back of my throat. Do you want a present? Should we do some present? Do you want a present now?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, gosh.
Or do you want, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, look, I'm going to hand Hughes over, but I'm going to suggest that he tries to just get one out for now, and we just do it a bit at a time.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
But I'm going to hold Lucy's back. Okay. Because, and don't take this the wrong way, there's a couple more presents in his than there are in yours.
Oh.
The first one's a really obvious, very easy one.
These are my favourite sweets of all time, and they are White Rabbit candies, and they taste like milk. What are they called? Those milk lollies?
Yeah.
Milka, is it? No.
Not just milk lollies.
But yeah, those milk lollies,
Ice cream
and
thing.
I absolutely love these.
They're amazing. As seen on the Disneyland Paris Show many times.
And shall I get another one out? I'll leave it there for now.
You tend to get them from Chinese
Leave it there.
supermarkets, don't you?
Even if you've seen it, leave it.
Generally.
Okay. So, Chris, maybe get the one on the top. So, it's something I hope you'll like the top one. I hope you'll like it. It's just a funny feeling I've got. What have you got there, Chris?
Well, it's a packet of sweets that I really like. They're
Yeah.
called White Rabbits. This happened last year.
It did. Is it the same weight? 180 grams.
180 grams, yeah.
Oh, good, because if mine was small, I'd be embarrassed.
I found a place that does 3 bags like this
Yeah.
for £10. And I think that's
Ooh.
good value for money. So
I actually got a tin the other day.
a tin.
Because Lucy and I went for a lunch day at a Thai food place, and I had a drink with mine, and then she went back down to the theatre to do her shadowing, and I went into the nearest Chinese supermarket and drunkenly bought a tin that has White Rabbit on it.
Nice.
I'll show you later. Anyway, yeah.
Do like White Rabbits. In fact, the only downside about White Rabbits is both of my children love them as well now.
These are
So I have to share them.
oh well. Luckily, no one in this house likes them. That's Christmas cards from me
Oh, thank you.
and from us and from the Brooks
Oh,
as well.
I will open those in the
No,
show.
no, don't do that now.
Right. Do we carry on with presents? What do you want to do? Should I read another
Another trip apart.
Another trip report, please? Okay, we're going to go back in time now to a happier time
Oh yeah,
in November,
2019.
the first weekend of Christmas. And this report comes from Charlene Tierney. I'm going to try and read this, but... Oh, no, it's broken into a pro and con list. This is cool. Disneyland Paris trip report, Christmas opening weekend. We headed over to Disney from Edinburgh on Friday the 10th of November, had 3 action-packed days in the park, Saturday to Monday, and then flew home with the blues on the Tuesday. I don't think I should have read that quite as cheerful, but hey. 3 adults, 1 teenager, 1 child, a 4-year-old girl, travel to and from Disney. Okay, so these are all headings with pros and cons. You ready for this?
Yeah.
TGV train to Marne-la-Vallée on the Friday. Pros, it only took 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Easy to find in the airport. Easy to book on Trainline app whilst in Charles de Gaulle.
Can we guess the cons?
Go on.
Very expensive.
Not very expensive. It wasn't that expensive, no.
Oh.
Very
Busy.
packed. Yeah, absolutely packed. Private transfer to Charles de Gaulle from accommodation on the Tuesday. Do you want to guess the pros? No. Okay, pros.
Convenient.
Hang on, give the heading again.
The private transfer from Charles de Gaulle from accommodation on the Tuesday to Charles de Gaulle on the way back.
I'm going to be. It was on time, and it was in and it picked them up from the door with their luggage. And as the cons, I'm going to say it made them feel travel sick, and it took a long time.
Oh, that's the wrong answer. Simple to book on the website. Worked out the same price as the TGV and cheaper than Magic Bus. Dropped at terminal door and check in for flight. TV in the car for our 4-year-old to watch the film on the way.
Hey.
The cons were it was a longer journey. Give yourself an hour if you're going to do it.
Yeah.
Make sure you give yourself an hour. Next one up. Accommodation. We booked Airbnb in Ceris, just down the road from the Adagio Apart Hotel Val d'Europe. The pros were 4 nights for 5 people, cost less than 1 night in one of the Disney hotels on site. The bus to Disney is a 2-minute walk away and only took 5 minutes.
Yep.
It's an easy 20-minute walk if not taking the bus. Apartment was huge with everything we needed. 4-year-old loved having her own bathroom. Close proximity to Val d'Europe shopping centre. We stocked up on supplies from the Aachen supermarket.
Oh, the stationery in there is there's so much stationery.
Is that right?
Oh,
There's
man.
like
Yeah.
4
Is
aisles
it?
and the massive aisles and they're just banged full of like detailed stationery. I've taken over the control desk.
That's
as
cool.
well
No, I like
today.
that. That's good. I'm glad
Yeah.
you are.
They have all the pencils.
All the pencils.
C'est tout le stylo.
That's their slogan. Aachen.
It's
c'est
stylo
tout le
pen.
stylo.
Stylo's pen, isn't it?
I think it
And
is,
they
yeah.
have all the pads. So they have like manuscript paper, they have graph paper, they have squared paper, they have the dot paper, they have that kind of stuff where you do
Isometric.
isometrics for technical drawings. Best.
Wow. Also, they were above the best bakery I've been to in Paris. Not me. They've been to in Paris. The cons, buses every 20 minutes,
Tous les crayons.
which isn't too bad really. Tout le crayon.
Tous les crayons.
Cool.
That's all the pencils. Carry on.
Slightly.
Continue.
The other con is no extra magic hours, early magic hours. Slightly less easy to nip back for a break than one of the hotels, and they had to carry a sleeping 4-year-old up 2 flights of spiral stairs. There you go. We spent some time. We're out of the pros and cons now, but it's still a bullet pointed list, which is nice and easy. So thank you for that. We spent some time in Disney Village and then in Val d'Europe shopping centre before an early night to get ready for the opening Christmas day at DLP the next morning. Saturday in the Disney park, arrived just after park opening and were greeted by Mickey and Minnie waving to us from Main Street Station. My 4-year-old daughter looked totally overwhelmed by this and all of the decorations, the tree, and just how amazing it looks at Christmas when you get your first sight of Main Street.
Aww.
As we walked down Main Street towards the castle, the music got louder and we were treated to the falling snow. Magical. We headed for the castle, and after a quick look at the dragon underneath, we made our way through to Fantasyland. First ride was...
Dumbo. Small World. Carousel.
Big Thunder. Phantom Manor.
in Fantasyland.
Oh, in Fantasyland, sorry.
Casey Jr., followed by a meet and greet with Donald and Daisy. In this area, this was a great spot for seeing characters with the gate to backstage being in proximity, so we saw a lot of coming and going, including Stitch with his Christmas jumper on. He noticed my daughter's stitches and proceeded to take her hand and have a walk and skip with him for a bit. She was in her element.
I love it when they do that.
Next bullet point, Pirates of the Caribbean. Meet and greet with Jafar. Cast member gave my daughter a Tiana collectible card. Phantom Manor, a walk through the Aladdin passageway. Meet and greet. I like these ones where they just list off what they've done. Meet and greet with Minnie Mouse next to Cowboy Cookout. Mickey's Pizza at Colonel Hathie's. Mickey's dazzling Christmas parade. Amazing. Enjoyed with a Cinderella carriage full of popcorn. It's a Small World. Mad Hatter's Teacups. Amazing in the dark with all the lights. Buzz Lightyear Laser Blast. Videopolis for a break and some cartoons and a Nutella crepe.
Yes.
Teenager and one adult went off to do Space Mountain. Everyone then on Star Tours. Me and my daughter had to go on Autopia before we all headed out of the park around 9 p.m. and got the bus back to our accommodation. 4-year-old fell asleep in buggy with a minute of walking down Main Street. Sunday. Up early into the park just after opening. Meet and greet with Santa Goofy. Morning snack, Groot biscuit, pan au chocolat, hot chocolate. Avengers Campus, booked into online queue for Hero Training Centre and got a slot within the hour. Met Captain America. He was absolutely brilliant, but did look a bit gutted when he asked my 4-year-old daughter who her favourite superhero was, and she replied with,
Hulk. No. Black Widow.
Loki.
Captain Marvel.
"Ooh, Captain Marvel," correct. I would have waited until you got the answer then. Had a look in Stark Factory and the general area. I could have spent hours here if I was allowed. Met Doctor Strange, got a high five from Ant-Man and a wave from Spider-Man. Then we split up with one adult and the teenager heading off to do the big rides. Myself, wife and 4-year-old had a shot on flying carpets. Disney Junior Dream Factory show, amazing. 4-year-old loved it, especially with Vampirina making an appearance.
Hang on.
Vampirina.
I'm imagining that a shot on flying carpets means that they lined up some tequila and took it on magic carpets.
Well, they're making a
It's
film.
fancy.
That's the whole idea of Magic Carpets, isn't it? It's all a filming.
Oh,
thing,
it's
isn't
that
it?
kind of shot,
Yeah.
not a.
I don't know. That's
Yeah, I
why.
don't know. He's maybe someone the Baileys. Continue, Christopher.
No, you might be right. Cars Rally, Mickey and the Magician Show, Toy Story Land, great interaction with the toy soldiers, parachute drop, Slinky Dog, met up with the other two, and I got a shot on RC Racer. I got to have a turn on it. That's what they mean. I got to go. It was
Oh,
my
okay.
turn.
Yeah.
Ratatouille area for some food and a shot on the ride. The food market was set up here, so we spent a bit of time eating here. Hot dogs, crepes, raclette cheese, to name a few.
No, I'm sorry. She's definitely taking Sambuca shots, and she is plastered by now.
It's the Christmas spirit.
But can you imagine trying to do shots on RC Racer? That would go straight in the eye,
Oh, the
wouldn't
Cars
it?
Rally.
Yeah.
Cars Road Trip, Frozen Show, Tower of Terror, Web Slingers, Avengers Flight Force. Going on the rides after 6 p.m. worked out great for us as the queues were minimal everywhere with a walk on most.
Sounds like they did everything.
We left around 9 p.m. again and headed back to the apartment. Monday, Disneyland Park. Myself, wife and daughter headed to the park for opening while the other two had a lie-in and were meeting us later in the park. Straight to Princess Pavilion, 90-minute wait for a 5-minute interaction with Belle. I have to say, though, it was entirely worth it to see the delight on my daughter's face for those 5 minutes and memories made for a lifetime. The queue is indoors and was actually fine. Big Thunder Mountain. Big Thunder Mountain.
Big Thunder Martin. That's what we call the gassy guy at work.
Entire party now in park. Phantom Manor, Pirates of the Caribbean, fish and chips at Turd Hall. Loved it. 4-year-old also loved it, which was a massive win. Mickey Mouse ice creams. Meet and greet with Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Dumbo flying elephants. Carousel. Picked a spot for the nighttime parade. This was spectacular. We got a spot in the centre next to the stages, resulting in some great interactions as the characters came off the floats and onto the stage, including a high five from Eeyore. Kept the same spot for the castle show and fireworks. Again, spectacular, and my 4-year-old daughter was mesmerised. We stayed in the park after the fireworks to let the crowds disperse, and it gave us some great space and ample opportunity for photos and video in front of the castle at night and along Main Street and the tree and at the tree. Conclusion. All in all, a terrific trip, which we all thoroughly enjoyed. Yes, it was 3 long, tiring days. However, it is memories made for a lifetime. We've packed in a lot, but it now means subsequent visits can be more chilled and we can take in all the extras we never got to round this time. My main takeaway is my 4-year-old daughter is absolutely in love with the parks, and we have been watching the parade on repeat on YouTube since we got home and already planning our next visit next year. Love the show. Keep up the great work. Cheers, John.
I love it.
That's so nice. I quite like that. It makes me feel like I'm there with you, and it just goes, went on Dumbo, Mickey ice cream, queued for Peter Pan. You know, it's really like dum, dum, dum. Oh, that's good.
It's the way I tell them as well.
I liked your style. Sounds similar to our kind of trip.
Cheryl's made it here. She says, better late than never. Hope everyone's excited for Christmas. Emily S. has asked a good question. Does anyone know if the taxi transfers offer car seats? There are multiple companies, so we can't speak for every company. However, we did request a car seat for a 4-year-old last time we went and got one. So you can request them. I don't know if it goes right down to like newborn babies. I don't know if it includes booster seats. I don't know any of that. But from my experience, yes, you can.
Very good. Lucy, I want to give you a present now.
Me?
I feel like I should.
I get a little something.
Yours is a little something, but it's kind of a bigger present rather than small presents. I
It's
hope you
quality,
like it.
not quantity. Oh my goodness. Look at that, 100 characters. Postcards for the 100th anniversary. That is just gorgeous.
I love these. I've got a few sets of them, but I'm
going to open them.
do
Is that
it.
okay?
Yeah, do. But it's not mine. And anyone who's had stickers or anything sent to you from as a Disney Street pal will have had one of these postcards sent, because I got them, and as soon as we started doing all these interactions, I thought, this is what you want them for. So I have some that I've got as collector's items that I want to keep, but then I also have a couple of boxes of them that I use quite regularly because I just love them.
I'm wondering if it would be fun to frame a bunch for
That's
my
one
own
of the things
suite.
I've been thinking about doing as well, actually.
Like, because they're just kind of small, but if you did multiple of them. Ooh, I like that one of Schönborg.
Chernobog.
this kind of I think like these. I think we should like.
Do a Lucy close up. Where's a Lucy? There's a Lucy. Can't really see it anyway.
That kind of looks dark and dull from here, but it's kind of moody and cool. I also like, just simple and classic Disney postcards. I think we should do a full wall of these, Huey.
Yes.
We'll see.
Pick a wall.
Pick a wall.
Pick a wall, any wall.
This wall.
Magic.
Chris, grab another one out of your bag.
Okay.
There's something in there that'll be familiar. It's bottle shaped.
Oh yeah, there is something bottle shape.
Explain what that is, Chris. You might not have seen it before.
Ah, so this is a bottle of Encona Carolina Reaper hot sauce.
Yeah.
That's good because I've just run out actually.
Yeah, Chris said, I'm donating one of these to the vault. And he said that before the show. And I said, why? Have you got too much? And that's why, because I thought, I've chucked one into his...
You can never have too much. I just felt like it was something that needed to be added into the vault.
Grab the other one as well. The other thing on top. And then there's something at the bottom. But that's just a little...
Ooh.
What is it? A Disney 100?
A Disney 100 mystery figure. Do I open it?
Absolutely.
I shall open it.
Oh, hang on. You've got to look on the back and think which one you want.
Oh, which one I want? Well, for the sake of my son, I probably want Stitch, but I'm going to say Stitch.
Who else can you get?
You can get Mickey and Minnie, Natch, Stitch, Woody, Mike, Wally, Cheshire Cat, Buzz, Winnie the Pooh, that'd be all right, Alice, Baymax, and then Mystery Mickeys.
Here's
I
one.
want you to get Minnie or Baymax.
Who don't you want? I like to do that first.
Who don't I want?
Yeah.
I don't want Woody.
Really?
Yeah. I don't. Any of the Pixar ones I don't want.
Okay.
How's that?
Yeah,
I'm
good.
allowed to look now.
Yeah.
There we go. It's wrapped in the
The instructions.
instructions. It's Woody.
No way.
Thanks.
Go on, show to camera. Close up.
Look how sad he looks.
Oh.
There's a snake in my boots.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
What's he stood on? It looks like a surfboard.
It is. He's surfing Woody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. They're quite cool actually.
What's it?
Little die-cast.
Is it diecast?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's,
Die-cast metal.
oh yeah.
Doobry.
It's got a bit of sheen to it.
There's two mystery ones. What if it'd been Forky?
Oh god, yeah. Okay, that would have been worse. Can
There you
imagine?
go. The bright side of this cloud is it wasn't Forky.
Huzzah.
I want to rewatch some films like Wall-E and things.
I still haven't watched Wall-E. So again, we should whatever it is, the classics at some point. You know, when we've got time.
we should do Pixar, really,
We should
shouldn't
do
we?
Pixar.
Yeah.
How many's in Pixar now?
About
Lots.
30.
We've done several of them, though, haven't we? Already. So
Have
could
we?
do. Yeah. Yeah.
What have we done?
We've done Luca. We've done Lightyear. We've done Toy Story
Soul.
4. We've done Soul. So we've done 4 of them. It's more than none, isn't it? It's a start. It's a start.
We need to do Wish, though. I honestly
need to
think
do
we
Wish.
should do a full episode on Wish because
need to
it
do
is
Wish
a
and
classic.
do the other ones.
27 feature films.
27. That'll take us a while.
Take us at least a year.
Yeah.
I know in us, 4 years.
Okay.
I would have a lot to say about every Pixar film.
Where are we at time-wise?
Oh, God,
You,
yeah.
you go present then. You go
8
present
minutes.
now, Hugh.
8
20
minutes.
All right, yeah.
You can go all of yours because most of that's the same thing and then the bottom thing's a different thing.
Okay. I'm seeing molds.
Yes.
You can do chocolate. You can do ice cubes. Oh, no, I've knocked the camera over.
It's alright, it's not being
But
used.
these are cool. We've got little Millennium Falcon silicon mold. Just thinking what I could make with this.
I think ice.
Do you know what? It'd be cool just to have like a Millennium Falcon in your drink.
Yeah.
That'd be well
In
cool.
your spiced rum.
Stormtroopers. They'd be nice for white chocolate. Because you know you can put,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
put chocolate in these.
You can
We've
do
got
it.
some-
You can do the thing. You can do the thing where you paint the black detail
Yeah,
on
yeah,
with
with icing.
food colouring
Or
or,
food colouring,
icing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then you put white chocolate in. That should be good.
And there's some X-wings and oh, do you know what? I forget about the green screen and a transparent box which is completely see-through and just shows the castle behind us.
You're
It's
looking
Boba
very
Fett.
Elton John with those green glasses, by the way.
I know, yeah. It's Boba Fett, or as we like to say, Boba Fett, and the little Mandalorian symbol. So they're well cool.
I think they're pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
Laura found those.
I like these colours as well. And then
Yeah.
something at the bottom. Which shall I save that then? Shall
You
I?
can save it if you like. We've only got 8 minutes left.
Okay. Well,
7 minutes.
you
6
do one.
minutes.
You do one then. This is the thing I thought you'd get me. And I said to Lucy, if he's got it, we'll do that thing which we did with the candies where I pretend like I'd never seen it, even though I knew I had one for him.
I haven't opened this yet.
You know what it is, don't you?
I don't know what it is, but if it is what I think it is,
Yeah.
then I stopped short of buying this for you when you said I bought something, but I got one for myself.
Yes. Yeah.
So let's have a look.
Now, is this going to show up on camera?
It isn't.
It's green.
Oh my word.
We could show it on this other camera, which I've knocked over.
I think we can
Nearby personal hotspot, it
just do
says on
that.
Oh,
But
yeah,
you
okay.
need to flick it.
That is a Star Wars Tiki Cup with Greedo,
Greedo.
and I thought it was a lady character.
But is it Han?
It's Han, yeah. And
This isn't what I
Oh.
didn't get you.
and the Cantina Band. Now, it's by an artist. Does it say who the artist is? What's this inside?
Jeff.
It's not Jeff.
It feels lovely.
I'll look it up.
It's got a lovely feel to it.
So listeners can.
This is really quite
Can find it.
disturbing. The quality of that
Star
camera's
Wars.
nice, isn't it?
It is.
Doesn't it look good? We should do the whole show in Steadicam like this from now on.
Enough of that, my arm's getting tired.
Oh yeah, it is by Jeff. Jeff Granito.
Jeff Granito. Yeah,
So if you want to look, if listeners want to see, it's a Disney store Star Wars. Oh, it's called Under the Twin Suns Tiki Mug
Under
by
the Twin
Jeff
Suns.
Granito.
I carry on talking, guys. I'm sorry.
It's pretty cool.
I need to just go and do something with that camera because otherwise it's going to run out of battery,
Oh, okay.
which is a bit of a worry.
Yeah. So.
You open your last present.
Oh yeah. This is. Oh, do you know what? I've watched videos of people making these. This is.
I thought you might make a video of it.
This is one of those little sweetie kits where you kind of fill the
Can
molds.
you get it in camera?
Sorry, you fill the molds, and this one is burgers and fries. This would make a good little video.
I think it'd make a great video.
I think Bonnie would like making this with me, actually.
I made one of these with Lucas once upon a time.
It's very light.
I thought it plays into a number of things. Firstly, you like crap burgers.
I do like a
And
bad,
having had
bad burger.
Having had one of these before, I can assure you, you're in for a treat. Also, is it Japanese? I think is it Japanese? The one that I bought was. It doesn't look like it is actually.
I
looking
think
at the
that's
characters.
Chinese. Yeah, those characters are Japanese. I think it's Chinese or
Ooh.
might
Don't
be.
know.
It might
No,
be
I think
Korean.
it's Japanese.
And I know how much you like Japan, but so that's why I ordered it. But it might not actually be. But the one that I bought was.
It's Japan, yeah. It
Yeah.
says, yeah, it's like that.
And I thought it'd be good content for you.
Yeah, I like it. It's fun. Oh, there's also the obligatory bottle of Amarula for Laura,
Oh, she's gonna love you forever. Thank you very much.
or at least as long as the drink lasts.
Well,
Typical of choice.
we were literally saying the other day how much we enjoyed the Amarula that you got us 2 years ago. I got her, 2 years ago, and that she'd quite like another bottle of it, but then she'd just drink it.
I like Amarula. That is my typical of choice. I'm
It's good.
hoping some makes its way into our house this Christmas. Perhaps.
Well, if it doesn't, then on New Year's Eve there'll be some at our house.
Okay.
But you
good
might
to
have to persuade someone else to drive then.
It'd be cool. It'd be cool.
Cool.
Right, what does that make
Thanks,
it?
guys.
We've got 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
I mean, gosh, we could do the hokey cokey in 3 minutes. What should we do? What should we talk about? What do you want us to talk about for 3 minutes? Someone came up with a really good hypothetical question. Oh,
Yes.
it was after the fire. If you could burn one thing to the ground in Disneyland Paris, what would it
Did
be?
someone ask this on the group?
That feels a bit negative.
Who asked this?
I'm having a conversation myself. I don't know who asked it. I think it was one of you two. But
If you what? Sorry. Oh, if you could burn. Oh, that is what I said. I said.
but
oh,
that feels. Are we finishing for Christmas with that negative
if you could
question?
burn one
I
thing
don't
to the
think that's good.
ground,
What are we doing for the next 2 weeks, Chris?
Having festive fun.
Aaron says Cars Road Trip.
That was quick. That was
Really
quick,
yeah.
Aaron.
There's normally a much more of a delay than that
Yeah.
between us saying something and someone's response appearing in the chat.
Boom.
It's like you were waiting for it.
Yeah.
We're not doing a show for the next 2 weeks. That's the first thing to say. We're done. We've had enough of you all. So we're going to have a bit of a break. But we haven't really had enough of you all. So please do come back in the new year, won't you? Because
The problem
we
is
like doing this.
The problem is it's Christmas Eve and
Babe.
New Year's Day.
Yeah, Eve.
New Year's Eve, sorry.
Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve.
So
yeah.
it is actually, it'll be 3 weeks today when we're back. That feels like forever, doesn't it?
Does. It feels like a long, long time, but we've got festive stuff planned and that.
Yeah, and
So
I'm
it's quite
sure you
difficult
do
for us to-
too. Bonnie wants to burn Tower of Terror to the ground.
Oh, she does not like Tower of Terror.
I think there'd be a lot of objections to that, Bonnie.
Well, it's her face was one of a ghost when she came off that. She would have fit well in as an animatronic at that point.
What would I burn to the ground?
All the coffee machines, that'd be mine, by the way. I'd get them all into a big pile
Yeah,
and set fire to them.
that's a good one.
It'd smell good, and then they could buy some new ones that'd be better. That'd be my vote. I love how this feels. I love the feel of it.
I want to fly a flag for Cars Road Trip. I think it's underrated. I think people expect more from it. And it's a nice, pleasant, easy, relaxing 10-minute ride. There's never a queue. It takes you to a different
There's a
part.
reason there's never a queue.
Takes you to a different part of the park. Emily S says Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
You didn't say it this time.
Do we ding that?
Yeah.
Let's hope everybody dinged it.
It's like when I say recipe. Hugh gets very upset the way I say recipe.
A few people do say recipe, but
Laura's from Sunderland. She says red-chested instead of registered.
wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I used to work
Registered.
for
Registered.
for the childminding people, and they used to talk about registered childminders, but in the northeast they call them red-chested childminders, which I find a little bit odd. There you go.
Aaron, they've gone back on themselves, said, Card Road Trip kept us out of the rain for 10 minutes, even though the rain stopped the second the doors closed. And Louise loved Cars Road Trip. I don't think, I'm going to be really sucky up now, I don't think there's anything I would burn to the ground.
I would burn to the ground the car maze in Cars Road Trip because it isn't there. It's just a big sign that advertises something that you don't actually see.
I've got it.
That's what annoys me about Cars Road Trip.
I would burn to the ground all the Premier Access machines.
Oh.
The machines? No, there's no machines.
No.
But you know what I mean, I think.
Burn Premier Access.
I can't think of anything to burn down.
Good, that's lovely. That means we all love it.
Well,
so
without like naming specific people.
The
that
Royal
I've met
the
at
Royal Pub.
park.
Would you burn the Royal Pub to the ground?
What about all the gas guzzling cars to replace them with something a bit more sustainable? Autopia.
What? Autopia is electric in Disneyland Paris. It's in Florida that it's
The
petrol.
smell tells me otherwise.
I thought it was electric in Disneyland Paris.
It all stinks of two-stroke engines.
Florida stinks. Like it's unpleasant to walk past. It's petrol.
I'd
noise those cars
burn
make,
down
they're
the
definitely
ability
not
to invade my space.
Just any time anyone stepped into your personal space, they would just burn.
No,
That'd be a great power to have, wouldn't it?
the idea to even do it wouldn't occur to them. It wouldn't exist anymore.
I've had little fantasies about, Zorbs.
Yeah.
Like that I
Just live
could
in one.
exist in a Zorb so that everyone just bounced off me. I could just walk down the street and no one would come within a metre of me. They'd all just like go boom, 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 boom. That's my little fantasy.
That sounds amazing.
Done it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I found a little transparent sticker. Can't remember where I got it from, and it fits perfectly over this little Japanese character. So he's now got a little spot UV.
Right, we're clearly losing it as far as content is
Yeah, we possibly
concerned.
need to wind this
So
up.
we're going to go on to our Patreon show now. If you've got a loved one who you know loves our 37 Disney Street show, perhaps you could buy them a subscription to our Patreon
Wow,
for Christmas.
that's upselling.
Or just ask them to come and listen to stroke
Yeah,
watch
yeah.
the show.
However, if you are already a patron, or you could join right this minute if you want to win the stuff in the vault. It's only £3 a month. And if you're already a Patreon paying £3 a month, you can come on the next show. We get an extra 20 minutes to talk about anything you want us to talk about. Hugh will tell you more about that sticker story. I know you've been waiting for it. It's exciting.
I've finished.
And then we're going to go over the Where Am I question and see if anyone can guess.
Yes,
All right.
indeed.
Where's
So
Huey?
And thank you very much for another gorgeous 2023. You've been amazing. This show wouldn't exist without you, and we always say it, but it's all about the back and forth.
Well, it
It's
would
just-
exist.
years
It would
of
exist,
this
but
now.
it would be
Over 3
rubbish.
years.
It would be rubbish. It's about the trip reports. It's about the interaction in the live chat. And you say it would exist, but it would be like, if a bear farts in the woods and there's no one there to hear it.
Baloo does his business
in the jungle.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
thought that was quite good. That I just came
It
with
was
that
nicely put,
on the fly.
spot. Yeah,
Very
it was
good. So yeah, we don't exist unless you listen to us and enjoy us. So thank you so much, dear listeners, for that. With that, I'm going to say what I always say, which is I'm Lucy. These have been the boys. Bye-bye.
Happy Christmas and Merry New Year, and have a fantastic time in the next couple of weeks. Please.